In this video, I'll show you how to use the scanner function of your HP Deskjet 3700 series. In my case, I have a 3772, but it works with any models that are looking just like this one. So there's multiple ways of using it. Actually, I'll show you how to use it without any computers or smartphones, but I'll also show you how to use it if you have a computer and you want to scan and send by email or do whatever you want to do with the file. So let's start with the easiest way, okay? The scanner of this HP printer is over here. And it works in a very weird way, I would say. So this is a paper. When you're inserting your paper, it's very important that you make sure that the printer grabs it just slightly when you put it like this. Because if not, you're gonna have black bars over your scans and it won't be pretty at all. So just to show you, okay, I have the paper here and try to put it the closest possible from this light. And when you bring the paper closer, you're gonna hear a small noise because the printer will try to grab it. To make sure that the printer grabs the paper, just flicker it like this, and if the paper stays, it means that it grabbed it successfully. If not, like in this case, it means that it didn't. So let's try again. Bring it. Whoops, it didn't work. Okay, I think this time we have a winner. Yep, the paper is not going anywhere. The printer grabbed it. So if you don't have a computer and you just want to scan this and make a copy, then put a paper over here. And now you have to select if you want a color or a black and white copy of this scan. In my case, I want a black and white. So what I'll do is to press on this button. Okay. Just press it once. The printer will start scanning the document. In the meanwhile, you can extend the paper tray. And then after a few seconds, it will take a paper over there and it will print the scanning results. Here we go. So this is our scan of this. Now let me show you how to scan using a computer. But first, you'll have to connect the printer to the computer itself to be able to access the scanning feature. First step is to launch the App Store on your Mac computer. And from there, you're going to go over here where it says search, and you're going to search for HP Smart. You'll need to download the first option over here, HP Smart for desktop. In my case, I'll already have it, but if not, you're just gonna click on download and it will install the software that you need. While you're waiting for the app to download, you're gonna go on your printer, and on the right side where the control panel is, you see there's this X button and there's another button right under it that looks like the network button. Take two fingers and keep press both of these until the power button is flashing. Here we go. Then you can release these buttons, and after just a few seconds, the power button will stop flashing. This will mean that the printer is now in pairing mode. Here we go. So set this aside and we'll go back on the Mac. Once you launch the app, you're gonna have add a printer button right on the top here. In my case, I have another HP printer, so this is why you can see it. But in your case, you should have a very big button saying add a new printer. If you don't see it, you can click on this small icon over here, which will do the same thing. It will then search for your new printer. And the HP Deskjet 3700 series should appear in this list over here. You just have to click on the setup button. Then press continue. Here I suggest you press no thanks And you'll have to find your Wi-Fi network, the one that you're using with your Mac, probably your home network or your office network. Make sure that the name is selected, and also this is very important, make sure that you're not connected on the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi network. Almost all routers these days have a 5 gigahertz and a 2.4 gigahertz. Choose the 2.4 because this printer only accepts this one. Sometimes, like in my case, it's the same network name, like Magic Mamaliga in my case is also the 2.4 and the 5. So this is just a thing to keep in mind, and then type your Wi-Fi password down below. Okay, once it's typed, press connect. And here we'll have to wait a few seconds. Sometimes it can also take a few minutes. The printer will now try to connect to your Wi-Fi network. Here we go, the printer has been found. Okay, everything is going well. This part over here can take more time than the other steps, so just let it do its thing, don't touch anything. Okay, we did it, and we're done. To make sure that it's connected, you need to have the green check mark. And you're gonna press on the continue button. Next step, it's up to you to accept or decline. I suggest you decline since it's optional. It's just to give your data to HP. I think you don't need to do this. So decline optional data. Then they will try to sell you the HP Instant Ink program. I'm subscribed, but it's not for everyone. And at this step, I think it's better for you to take the time to read about it than to get and pay for it right away. So I'll just press the skip ink benefit here. I'll press again, skip offer. Here it's a small survey for HP. Do you use it at home or for a business? Just click whatever you want, honestly. Postal code, well, enter any zip code or postal code. That's not important. Then press continue. Here I suggest that you select auto update. If not, you'll have to manually update the firmware of your printer every time there's a new one. So I'll select this one, then apply. Here it just tells you if you want to use this app with other devices in your home, so you can connect your printer with the other devices as well. You can send the link so it's easier to install. In my case, I'll just tap skip sending link. You can do everything after anyway, so there's no rush. At this step, you're gonna press the printer and scanner button. Then you're gonna go over here down, add printer scanner. Maybe if you're using an older macOS version, you'll have a small over here plus sign to add a new printer. Click on it. I'll click here. And here in the list, you're gonna select HP Deskjet 3700 series. Like this. I'm gonna wait a few seconds and press add. Continue. And at the end, you should see the HP Deskjet 3700 series in this list. Okay, now we can go back to the app, the HP app. You should have the small check mark saying success, printer installed. Okay. At this step, they will ask you to print a test page. I don't want to do this because it just uses your ink for absolutely no reason. So just skip printing file. You may have a firmware update pending. Press OK. And it will install it automatically on your printer, so it will be up to date. In the meanwhile, I'll explain to you what this is. This is the main menu of your HP Smart app. You absolutely need an HP account to use the most basic features of this printer. I really don't agree with this, but this is the way HP done it. So if you want to scan, if you just want to print something on a paper, well, you'll have to have an HP account and be logged in this app. If not, it won't work. I tried many ways to go around this limitation, but I wasn't able. In my case, I'm already logged in my account, in my HP account, so I can show you how to print and scan. From the app over here, if you want to scan, you're gonna press, obviously, the scan button here. Take any document you want to scan. I just took this paper because it was around me. And this is very important here. You're gonna put it the closest possible to this small side here where the light is. And you need to feed it in slowly so the printer grasps it. Okay, I think it grabbed it. I'm not sure if it's straight. Let me try again. Okay, let's say it did it. Next step on your Mac, make sure that these settings are matching what you're trying to scan. In my case, it's not even A4, but just for this purpose, I'll leave it this way. Output gray or in color. I want to scan in color, so I'll press color. And the resolution, well, it depends again. If you're scanning a picture, just choose 600. If you're scanning a document just with text, 150 is enough. Make sure, by the way, that what you want to scan is facing up. Then press the scan button. Okay, it did it. And on the screen, we can see appearing what we just scanned. It has black marks because this is a much smaller paper than an A4, but if you're scanning an A4 paper, you won't see all the black marks. If you're happy with the result, just press save. It will ask you where to save it, give it a name, and you'll be done with the scanning.